After 7 abortions in her final year in the university, Bella mistakenly got pregnant the 8th time. And this time, no matter what she tried, from pills to traditional concoctions and even backdoor clinics, the pregnancy refused to go down. Her belly grew, and with it, fear. But the real shock came on the day of delivery. Bella rushed to the hospital. She shouted all the way, sweat pouring down like rain in the harmattan. Her breath was short. Her body shook. The nurses rolled her into the delivery room. Doctors gathered. The lights were bright. Everything was spinning. "Push!" the doctor said. Bella pushed. One baby came out. Then a second. Then a third. Then a fourth. The doctor blinked. Another one. Then a fifth. Then a sixth. "Hey God!" a nurse shouted. 7, 8, 9. "Keep pushing." 10, 11. Bella screamed one last time, her voice rising like a siren. Then came the 12th. The room was filled with cries. Soft, high, sharp baby cries. 12 babies. Tiny, red, breathing, alive. The doctor wiped his forehead. "It's 12. You gave birth to 12 children." Bella lifted her head, eyes wide like a full moon. "It's a lie," she whispered. "How can one person carry 12? But it was not a lie. There they were, 12 babies, wrapped in white cloth, lying like loaves of bread in a row. Some sleeping, some yawning, some crying. Boys and girls, mixed like corn and beans. Bella's lips trembled. Her hands shook. She could not speak. She could not move. The nurse came close. "Madam, who should we call? The father?" Bella just stared at the wall. Her mouth opened, but no word came out. Because how do you call a father when you don't know who he is? The room was full of life, yet Bella's heart felt empty. Yet there they were, the babies. 12 crying, living babies. And the worst part? Bella did not know their real father, not even one. In her 23 years of life, Bella had lived recklessly. Parties every weekend, booze, and countless men. Some she couldn't even remember their names. So when the nurse asked her who to call, Bella just stared into space. A day after she was discharged from the hospital, she sat on the bed, hair rough, eyes tired. She looked at the babies. She looked again. Her heart was heavy. "I can't do this," she said, her voice dry like old paper. "I can't keep them." Sandra stood by the window, holding one of the babies. "But Bella, they are your children. All of them. They need you." Bella shook her head. "No, I'll get rid of them, one by one. I need my life back. I want to sleep. I want to go out. I want to breathe." Sandra came closer. "Please, just keep one. Even one." But Bella looked away. "What will I eat with them? Crying every day. Pampers. Milk. How will I survive?" Sandra's eyes were wet. "Bella, please now. These children are gifts from God. Keep them. Even one. You don't know what the future holds." Bella hissed softly. "Gift? Did I ask for gift?" She looked at the babies again, lying side by side like little dolls in a market stall. Some were yawning. One had his fingers in his mouth. They were so small, so helpless. But Bella's heart was like a locked box. No space for love, no room for mercy. That night, when the moon was hanging low and the babies were asleep, Bella took a pen and paper. She began to write down names. Names of men she had slept with. Some she remembered. Some she guessed. Some she had no surname for. She folded the paper and hid it in her purse. Tomorrow, she would start. She would carry them out, one by one, and she would never look back. Early in the morning, before the sun had finished stretching, Bella picked two of the babies, a boy and a girl. She bathed them gently, dressed them in clean matching clothes, and wrapped them in soft shawls. Their tiny hands waved in the air like they were saying goodbye. She carried them in a small bag, held close to her chest. Sandra stood by the door. "Bella, please don't do this," she whispered. But Bella didn't answer. Her eyes were sharp. Her heart was set like stone inside water. She boarded a taxi and went straight to the town's market. The streets were busy, people shouting, cars honking, but Bella didn't care. She stopped at a black gate and knocked 3 times. The door opened. A man stood there, tall, dark, confused. It was one of the men she had met during a wild night at a hotel. She remembered his face, even if she forgot his name. The man blinked. "You again? What do you want?" Bella didn't smile. She lifted the babies. "They are yours," she said. The man laughed. "Mine? From where? What are you saying?" Bella stepped forward. "We met that night. You remember? I got pregnant. These are your twins." The man scratched his head. "Me? Twins? From one night?" "Yes," Bella said. "You can deny it, but they look like you. If you doubt, we can do DNA." His mouth opened, then closed. He looked at the babies. One of them sneezed softly. The man stepped back. "DNA? Wait. He stood there for a long time, thinking. Maybe fear entered his bones, maybe guilt, maybe shame. In the end, he sighed and said, "Put them inside." Bella nodded. She stepped in, placed the babies gently on the couch, and turned around. The man said, "What if I can't take care of them?" Bella didn't look back. "That's your problem," she said. "You're their father now." And just like that, she walked away. No goodbye, no hug, just silence. 2 babies gone, 10 more to go. The next day, Bella picked another baby. This one had a round face and sleepy eyes. She tied him on her back and went to the office of a rich businessman she once had a night with. His car was parked outside, shiny and proud. She knocked. He came out in a fine suit. "Yes? What are you doing here?" Bella untied the baby and placed him in his arms. "This is your son. That night we spent at the hotel. This is the result." The man jumped back like something stung him. "Me? Never! Are you mad?" "It's your child," Bella said calmly. "If you lie, remember, God sees everything." The man's face changed. He looked left, then right, then behind him. "Lower your voice," he said. "I'm not here to shout," Bella replied. "Just take your child. That's all." The baby sneezed. The man frowned. His eyes moved fast. "I'm a married man," he whispered. "Don't bring problem to my door." "She looks like you," Bella said. "Check her nose. The lips, I don't want this," he said. And before Bella could speak again, the man slammed the door. Bella stood still. For a second, she just looked at the closed gate. No word, no sound. Then she bent down, placed the baby gently by the door, and walked away. She didn't look back. Later that afternoon, she carried another baby, this time to a small room in Yaba where a poor musician lived. He was her old friend from campus. He opened the door, shirtless, holding a guitar. "Ah, Bella, long time." She handed him the baby. "This is yours." The man dropped his guitar. "Ha, Bella, fear God. What are you saying?" She didn't blink. "Your daughter, take her." The man held his head. "But we only once." "I don't care. She's yours now." He shouted, he begged, he cursed the sky. But Bella placed the baby on his couch and walked away. He didn't chase her, and so, day by day, like a hawker selling sorrow, Bella carried babies to different men. One to a club bouncer who once paid her taxi fare. One to a lecturer from school who never called her again. One to a man who worked in a hotel lobby, smelling of cigar and lies. Some of them looked at the babies and grew quiet. Some said, "This child looks like me," and took them. Some shouted and chased her with stones. One even called the police. Bella ran, fast, like a thief in the night. But she didn't stop. Her heart was closed. Her mind was hard. By the end of the week, all 12 babies were gone. Her room was quiet now. No cries, no feeding bottles, no diapers on the floor. Bella laid on her bed, stretched her arms, and smiled. "My body is free," she whispered. She thought the story had ended, but stories like this, they always come back. Bella had not always been like this. In fact, she was a virgin until her final year at the university. She was raised in a deeply religious home where morning devotions were mandatory. Skirts never went above the knees, and conversations about sex were considered sinful. Her parents were strict. Her father's voice was deep like thunder. Her mother prayed morning, afternoon, and night. No makeup, no boyfriend, no funny talks. Bella grew up in a house where silence had meaning and sin had no hiding place. When she got admission into university, the whole compound celebrated. Her mother danced and said, "My daughter will shine like light." Her father nodded, "Don't forget where you come from." And at first, Bella didn't forget. She joined fellowship. She avoided parties. When her roommates invited her to clubs, she said, "No, thank you." When boys called her fine girl, she looked away. But just like many other girls of her generation, school changed her. Right from the time she gained admission into the university, things had been tough. Her parents could barely send money. Some semesters, she survived on snacks and occasional meals from generous friends. She wore the same shoe every day. Some nights, she slept with hunger pressing her belly. She watched her roommates change wigs every week, carry new phones, wear new clothes, eat fried rice and chicken like it was air. At first, she resisted their way of life. She often told them God would provide, and they would laugh, saying, "God helps those who help themselves." But Bella held on until her final year broke her completely. She needed money for her final year project. The department had given a deadline, and students were rushing to complete theirs. Bella called home, sent texts, and even begged her pastor to speak to her parents. No response came. Her mother was sick, her father struggling. She had no one else. Then, her friends introduced her to a man, a rich businessman who occasionally helped female students. He can handle everything, they said. Just meet him. Out of desperation, Bella agreed. The man was smooth-spoken, well-dressed, and sat in a black SUV that smelled of leather and power. He offered to take care of all her expenses, from tuition to project costs, and even extra allowance. But there was a condition. She had to sleep with him. "I'll give you everything you need," he said, "but give me one night." Bella refused. Her ears burned. She stood up and ran out. Her feet carried her back to the hostel. She went back to her room and wept. She told her friends she couldn't trade her dignity for money. Her roommates sat on the bed that evening, laughing and painting their nails. One of them looked up. "Bella, just go and meet the man," she said. "He won't kill you. He will give you what you need." Bella shook her head. "I don't want to lose my dignity." They laughed. Who dignity help? Days passed. The project deadline drew closer. Bella watched as her classmates submitted their work while she still struggled to even print her proposal. She begged her supervisor for more time and received a cold reply. Desperate and ashamed, she remembered the man, a rich one, drove a black SUV, smelled like perfume and power. She had met him once at a party, just in passing. Her roommate had his number. The next morning, she went to see him. His smile was waiting. His voice was soft. "You came back," he said. Bella stood still. Her hands were cold. He poured her juice. "Relax," he said. "Just one night. After that, all your problems will disappear." She turned to leave. Then she remembered her project. She remembered her mother coughing. She remembered the snacks that had finished. She turned back. That evening, Bella gave him her body. She closed her eyes. She held her breath. She told herself, just once. Just this once. The next day, he gave her money. Plenty. More than enough. She printed her project. She bound it. She submitted on time. She smiled with her classmates. They clapped for her. She said thank you. But inside her, something had broken. And that broken piece never healed again. After that first night, something in Bella changed. The line she said she would never cross was now behind her. Far behind, and each step forward became easier. She started small, just the rich man. He called again, and she went. Then another man, then another. Soon, she was no longer crying. She began to smile after each visit. Her purse was full. Her wardrobe changed. Her phone became the latest model. Her classmates started to notice. "Bella, you're glowing," they said. She laughed and replied, "It's God's grace." But it was not grace. It was the secret money of dark nights. She slept with rich men, old ones with big bellies and full pockets. She slept with lecturers, gave them her body for A's. She slept with classmates, the smart ones. They did her assignments while she lay on their beds. Her body became a market. No gates, no rules. She didn't care. Her conscience was sleeping. Her heart was cold. Her eyes were dry. Protection? She didn't think of it. Sometimes they used it. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes she forgot. Sometimes she didn't even ask. Most of these encounters were unplanned and reckless. Sometimes in a lecturer's office, other times in a parked car, behind the lecture hall, or even a one-night stand at a club. Protection was rarely considered. Pregnancy became a recurring issue. Each time it happened, her friends already knew the answer. Abortion. The first time, she cried. The second time, she didn't cry. By the third, she already knew which nurse to go to. She would hold her stomach, take pills, or lie down on cold metal beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 times. She removed it. 7 times. She walked out strong. No fear, no guilt, just freedom. Then came the 8th. She felt the signs. She took the pills. Nothing happened. She boiled roots, drank it all. Nothing moved. She went to the backdoor nurse. The tools touched her, but the baby stayed. The more she tried, the stronger it held on. And when the time came, it didn't come alone. It came with 11 others, 12 babies, from one stubborn pregnancy. 12 like judgment, like payback, and all forcefully given to different fathers like Valentine packages. Time passed, and Bella continued her life as though nothing had ever happened. She forgot about the 12 babies she gave away, buried the memory deep within her, and embraced her freedom. While her friends got married and started families of their own, Bella would laugh and say, "When it's time, I'll give birth. I can't let one child tie me down from living my best life. If I could give birth to 12 at once, what's 2 or 3 when I'm ready? After graduation the following year, Bella decided it was time to leave her wayward lifestyle. She wanted to settle down, but only with someone wealthy. Eventually, she married a rich businessman as his 3rd wife. The wedding was grand, filled with music, decorations, and all kinds of expensive showmanship. But after the celebration came silence. 1 year passed, no child. 2 years passed, still nothing. The first wife whispered, maybe she's just enjoying herself. The second wife laughed, maybe her womb is just sleeping. But Chief was not smiling. He called her one night. Let's see a doctor. Bella's heart jumped. Her hands shook. No, she said quickly. I'm fine. Just wait small. God's time is best. But deep inside, fear held her throat. She knew what she had done, what she had removed, what she had destroyed. She avoided the hospital like a snake avoids fire. 3 years, 4 years, 5. Then one morning, Chief called her into the living room. His eyes were cold. You may leave now, he said. You brought me beauty, but no child. I didn't marry for decoration. He gave her a brown envelope. Inside, divorce papers. Bella packed her things. No music followed her this time, only silence. Bella didn't give up. She told herself, it was just one mistake. I will try again. And she did. She met a politician full of charm. His face always on posters. His voice loud like radio. He liked how she looked, how she walked, how she smiled. They got married. Another big wedding. More rice, more music, more dancing. But again, no child. Months passed, then a year, then 2. The man frowned more each day. Are you sure you're okay? He asked. Bella nodded. I'm fine. But her heart was not fine. By the 3rd year, he was tired. He stood by the door one evening and said, Go. I need a woman, not a statue. He didn't shout. He didn't beg. He just ended it. Bella packed her bags again. Tears came, but they didn't fall. Then came the 3rd. A contractor, simple man, big house, big heart. He treated her like a queen, took her shopping, took her traveling, called her my sunshine. Bella felt peace for the first time in years. But soon, the same question came. Where is the child? Days turned into seasons. No baby, no pregnancy, no hope. People started whispering, she's barren. She has wasted her womb. She was once wild. Now she's empty. Bella pretended not to hear. But every night, she stared at the ceiling. When Bella turned 45, something changed. Her body grew quiet. Too quiet. Month after month, she waited for her flow to come. But nothing came. The blood had stopped. Just like that. She sat on the toilet one day and whispered, It's over. No more moon. No more chance. Menopause had come like a silent thief in the night, stealing the last seed from her womb. Her face, once bright and shiny, now looked tired. Her skin lost its glow. Her hips no longer danced. The same men who once chased her now looked past her like air. She wore her best dress one day and walked into a party. Nobody turned. Nobody stared. She sat alone in a corner, holding her purse like a baby. Her phone didn't ring like before. Her inbox stayed empty. The world had moved on. Her parents were gone, buried in silence. She didn't visit their graves. She was too busy when they were alive. Now the silence they left behind was louder than any music. Her friend had children, tall sons, pretty daughters. They sent her pictures of graduation, birthdays, weddings. She sent back thumbs up and fake smiles. Sometimes she would stand by the window at night, watching other women call their children in from the rain. She would press her hand to her chest and say, "Once upon a time, I had 12. But there was nobody in the house. No small shoes on the floor. No toys in the corner. Only her. And silence. Regret crawled into her room like a lizard, sitting on her shoulder, biting her little by little. She tried to chase it away, but it wouldn't go, because when the moon stops, you cannot call it back. And when the womb sleeps forever, no seed can grow again." On her 50th birthday, Bella sat on her bed, her hands on her knees, her heart heavy like wet cloth. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She looked around. Nothing. No child, no husband, no cake, no voice saying, "Happy birthday, Mama." She whispered, "I was once a mother. I had 12. Her voice shook like dry leaves in the wind. Then she stood up. "Let me try," she said. "Let me find them. Maybe one will remember me." She pat her small bag, put on her scarf, and stepped out. Her legs were slow, but her hope was fast. She started with the man from the town's market, the one who took the twins. His house was bigger now. His gate was taller. She knocked. The man came out and stared at her. "It's me," Bella said softly. "I came for the twins. My children." The man's face turned cold. "What are you talking about?" "I gave them to you," she said. "Please, let me see them." The man looked away. "Those boys are mine now. They don't know you. Get out before I call the police." Bang! The gate closed. Bella stood there. The wind blew her scarf to the ground. She picked it up and moved on. Second house, a struggling musician. His room was still the same. He opened the door, saw her, and frowned. "Ah, you," she smiled weakly. "Please, the girl I left with you. Where is she?" He rubbed his chin. "I gave her to my sister in Benin. She doesn't bear my name. She doesn't even know I once held her." Bella opened her mouth, but no words came. He shook his head and walked away. Third house, the businessman who once slammed the door. Now he was a church deacon. His Bible was bigger than before. She waited until he stepped out from evening service. "Sir," she said, "do you remember me?" He looked at her, pretending not to. "I gave you a baby," she said. "Please. I just want to see her." He took a deep breath. "That child was taken to an orphanage. I never saw her again. Don't come here again. I'm a changed man." Then he walked away, his Bible under his arm, like nothing ever happened. 3 houses, 3 doors closed, 3 pieces of her heart gone. Bella sat on a stone by the roadside. She wiped her eyes, but the tears refused to stop. Bella went from house to house, face to face, street to street. But every door she knocked, only pain answered. Nobody said, "Welcome." Nobody said, "Mother." Only silence. Only rejection. Some shouted. Some chased her. Some looked at her like she was a stranger. Her legs grew weak. Her voice became dry. Her heart was breaking like clay on cement. She sat alone in a park, watching children run and laugh. One girl passed by, holding her mother's hand. Bella closed her eyes. For a moment, she imagined that girl was hers. For a moment, she smiled. Then her phone rang. The screen showed a strange number. Her hand shook as she answered. "Hello?" she said. A weak voice replied, "Bella." Her heart skipped. This is your former lecturer. Remember me?" She nodded slowly, tears rising again. "Yes, sir. I don't have long. I'm sick, on my bed. But before I leave this world, I must tell the truth." Bella held the phone tighter. "What truth?" "The child you left with me, she's still here. Her name is Teeny. She grew up well. She's in school now, but she doesn't know who she really is." Bella stood up from the bench. "Come," the old man said, voice shaking. "Come before I go. She deserves to know you. She deserves to know her mother." For the first time in years, Bella's heart beat with hope. Just a small light, like a candle in a dark room. She packed her things that evening, tied her scarf, held her bag tight. She whispered to herself, "Maybe, just maybe, one child will remember me." And with tears and trembling hands, she set out to meet her only daughter, Tenny, the one left behind, the one who still had her name hidden in her blood. Bella woke early the next morning. She didn't eat. She didn't drink. She only folded her clothes, packed her bag, and stepped out with quiet feet. The sky was gray. The wind was slow. The road looked long. She whispered, "I'm coming, Teeny. Just wait." At the park, she entered a bus heading to the small town where her old lecturer lived. Her heart beat slowly. Her eyes stared out the window. Every tree they passed, every market, every hill, Bella counted them in her mind. She imagined the moment. Tenny standing in the doorway. Tenny asking, "Are you my mother?" And Bella, with open arms, saying, "Yes, my child." She smiled. For the first time in many years, her smile was soft. But halfway through the journey, the sky turned dark. Rain began to fall. The bus was speeding down a narrow hill. A loud horn, a scream, a flash, crash. A very terrible accident. Metal bent, glass shattered, voices cried. Silence followed, and there, among the broken seats and bleeding hands, Bella lay still. Her eyes were closed, her lips were quiet. She never reached the town. She never saw Tenny. She never heard her daughter's voice. She never held a child again. Just like that. The woman who once gave birth to 12 babies died alone. No goodbye. No one to weep over her body. No child to say, "She was my mother." Only a name tag in her bag. And a heart full of regrets. She never got to see any of the children she once gave away. She never had the chance to correct her mistake. Moral of the story: be careful how you use your young age so you won't regret your actions at old age. Not everyone gets the chance to correct their mistakes.